What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
It's been
a while.
It's been a while.
You just said it. We're gonna lose our 5 viewers.
Yeah. Well, we're down to 4 viewers now, probably. It's been at least, a month and a half, I'm thinking. It just shows how crazy our lives have been.
The holidays, traveling.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, I know.
Family.
Yeah, man.
Have you guys started Christmas shopping yet?
Yeah,
Amazon,
Black Friday, my phone, pretty much. I don't have time to go to the stores.
Dude, it's in 2 weeks, and we
You
haven't really started.
anything? No, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
The only thing now is, which is always I find the hardest thing, and maybe you do too. I don't know. It's the funnest, but it's the hardest. Is the stocking stuffers. Because think about it, you want to fill the stocking, but it's not supposed to be super expensive stuff.
Right.
But you want to fill it, so
That actually I got covered.
yeah.
I don't physically have it yet, but it's been.
And here's this too. What about when you buy a gift? So let's say it's jewelry, something small. It can go on the stocking, but you don't want to just give it to the stocking because that's not really
Right.
stocking worthy.
Not jewelry.
No.
No, hell no.
I mean, you could maybe sneak something in there, but really, especially when something's expensive, you want it to
Maybe
have
like
its own
jewelry box.
It's got to have its own presentation.
Right.
You can't stick it in with the toothbrush, like
Yeah.
and the Snicker bars or whatever the hell you put. I don't know what you usually put in the stocking.
Not Snicker bars.
No.
So let me ask you this, not to get too personal, but like you and Sam, y'all still get each other like surprise gifts and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's getting harder though. I mean, I think the longer you're with somebody,
Because let me tell
you
you,
know
what,
somebody so well, it's just
not only that, like at least us, Christy may disagree, but like she doesn't need any more jewelry. She doesn't need, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
just to get earrings that like I think she may like, same thing with her. Like how much gym stuff can you keep getting me? You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
How much gym clothes, sneakers.
Yeah. And so I think we spoke about it before. So what we've done is like, okay, what house project we want to do now, or or not house project, but like
that's usually tax season for me.
right, or hey, we're due for a new bedroom set. Let's get that as our gift to each other, or whatever. Now we whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm down with that. She wants a new living room set now. We ain't had the one we've had for, I don't know, 3 years, but I'm like,
I
whatever.
get it.
I'm
And
down.
it's funny the
She wants blinds. Apparently ours don't. They work fine to me. But
actually I do want to get blinds for my house too. But like I said, that stuff we won't even do. Yeah, and it's funny because
So the Sam,
obviously,
okay, but
your listen, because since your kids are older, so Aiden, we're still playing, Santa. And all that stuff. So what happens is, basically we'll do our exchange usually the night before after we put him to bed. This way, the next morning we don't have
it's
to.
just to buy him. Yeah.
Exactly. At least for now.
Good.
The elf on the shelf.
But I do miss kind of part of that where like.
Oh no! Listen, it's a lot of fun. I mean, because
know.
I like doing it because I know we're on a short time frame. It's not going to be much longer until he, knows.
No, but I was saying I even miss. I kind of miss the. It's just not for us practical because But I kind of miss the. Getting her something, a surprise, her getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, but. I guess we're just being smarter with our resources, man. And
right. But the only thing that always concerns me is that when I'll get the I'll say, give me a list, give me stuff that you want, because you want to get stuff people want. But that's the point. You always have that one relative that you'll ask for Nikes and they get you Psyches. It's the knockoff, or it's not quite what you really asked for. And so what's the point? What the fuck is the point of asking what the hell I want? But and then so I'll say, okay, I'll go down the list. I'll get this, and then she'll throw a wrench in there and be like, oh yeah, I got you something you really didn't ask for, but you've mentioned it, like 6 months ago. And then I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know how you are. You're like, if it's technology stuff, like now you're gonna be 6 months late on this technology. Like, what are you doing with me? You know what I mean?
Great. So now I'm thinking, and I haven't come up with something that you asked for 6 months ago.
Yeah,
like,
it's tough.
Damn it. So So but right now, pretty much done. Like I said, I just got to finish up stocking stuff which is always last. I got to finish it up for Aiden, for her, and then getting for, I don't know about you, but my mom and dad are effing impossible to get shit.
It's not easy. A lot of times, in spoilers for, I won't say what, but so what we try to do, the same thing. It's like, does my dad need a watch?
Well,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
And you know what, too? My dad loves Bass Pro Shop, Home Depot, typical stuff.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you'll get him and say, okay, he doesn't give me what he wants from there. So even if he asks for something specific, we'll still get him a gift card from Bass Pro Shop or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll still have it from last Christmas, the ones that we got before.
Man.
So he got stacks of them. And I'm like, Dad, like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
If you just, if that's what you're going to do. So I don't know. So what, are you going to collect them all and then one year you're going to buy yourself a boat? Like,
well, it goes to my next point. Aren't we blessed, man? If you really think about it, this time of year, it's gotten to the point with the kids where it's like, what can you? We had the same thing. I mean, obviously they're old enough, but we still have them kind of make a list, and then like my parents would be like, hey, what is it they need? I'm like, you don't need anything.
Yeah, and absolutely.
And then they're having a hard time, even trying to figure out what they want. Aren't we blessed?
Yeah, actually, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And we tried to.
It's like, I guess sneakers. I mean, they don't.
Yeah. And we tried to explain. We try to convey that to Aiden. He's only 6, so
he's got time
you can't.
for
But
that.
we try to explain to him, hey, because I showed him a video that the news did when we did we just did a toy drive for kids, and he sees Daddy on there. We're giving toys, and he doesn't understand. He's like, hey, what is that? We're like, look, not everybody. You have to understand. Not all kids like you are fortunate like you are. They don't all have sneakers every new clothes, and he's not going to get that right now, but we still try to make him understand, listen, not everybody
of course
is that fortunate, so you have to help out when you can.
We used to do at the schools where they have like an angel on a tree, and like I would pick one each of like their age group, and then we'd go and get them a gift. And of course, when they're little, why are we getting somebody we don't know? Well, because like you said, not everybody has what you have.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's we're blessed.
And this is by far my favorite time of year. Like it's a bunch of things. Obviously, from Thanksgiving on, I love Thanksgiving. I like getting together with the family and all that stuff. The holiday, especially Christmas, because my parents gave me I had a good childhood with that, so I got no complaints. So it's been a happy memory. I know for some people it's not, but my favorite time of year, like right now, I'm pretty much about to go on vacation, so I'm pretty much done for the year.
Me too, brother.
Which is
me too, brother.
Absolutely. And then on top of that,
brother.
Listen, playoffs are coming for football, which is another good time of year. It gets cooler. We're losing the humidity here in South Florida,
right?
Which is godsend. And even in the house, I just love Christmas. So Christmas movies, The Grinch, same stuff I like watching.
Christmas Vacation.
My all-time favorite.
We were watching it the other day.
Yeah, I can't stop
it's
watching.
Funny,
I know the lines front to back, and I do not care.
Yeah.
I still love that movie. So, and it's funny, I was just going to ask you. And, okay, so listen, while we're on that topic, because me and you were pretty big into movies, the whole question that everybody always argues, is it a Christmas movie or not?
Which one?
Die Hard.
Of course it is, bro. Of course it is, bro.
Absolutely.
I dare you to say it's not, bro.
That's the argument everybody says.
Every year they have that argument. Of course it is, bro.
Oh, come on. That's why they play it during Christmas. It's a Christmas
Where did
movie.
the terrorists attack?
Nakatomi Tower.
And what was going on in Nakatomi Tower? A Christmas party. All right.
Come on.
It wasn't a holiday party. It was a Christmas
movie.
party. Okay.
It's a
Christmas movie.
Exactly. It is a Christmas movie. For God's sake, they're playing the goddamn Christmas song at the end.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did they say Merry Christmas at some point? Yeah, like 20 times.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Thank you. But yeah, and it's funny because those are like, it's almost like I have it, and you have them, at least I do, throughout the year. But I call them, like we have comfort food. I call them comfort movies. It's a movie that you've seen 100,000 times.
I was just gonna go there, but if it's on and
you'll always watch it,
you will stop what you're doing and watch it. Absolutely, Die Hard is there.
I told Sam, I said this is like she's always like, why are you always watching whatever?
You know which one?
I'm like, because it's a comfort movie.
And they've been putting it recently, and I didn't think very funny, very good, but every time I'm like, yo, this is one of those movies for me. Wedding Crashers.
Yep. Always watch it.
Step Brothers, but Wedding Crashers, they've been playing lately. I'm like, dude, you saw this like 2 days ago.
Doesn't matter.
And I'm like, nothing else to watch at 11 o'clock at night. I'll put it.
Exactly. I specifically will look for stuff. And the thing is too, and we'll get into that. We just got Disney Plus recently, which is out of control.
Great.
Absolutely. The streaming service.
Mia wants it.
Insanely good.
Yeah.
Insanely good. Yes.
So I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, dude, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer. But yeah, it's
gonna have to get it.
Yeah, listen, and there's a bazillion comfort movies in that thing, but it's one of those things where you want something, it's there.
Yeah.
And I mean
anything.
Pretty much everything. It's crazy how much stuff's on there. So
Fantasia.
if you have that, yeah, that's obviously there.
What's your favorite Disney movie of all time?
Oh,
our generation, I felt like had some good ones, man.
Well, there was a lot of good ones. The problem is, it's gotten into categories now because Disney is so spread out when it comes to.
I'm talking about like pre-Pixar and you know what I mean.
Pre-Pixar, pre-Star Wars, like all that stuff. Well, crap. What if the Avengers, which is Disney, what if that's one of my favorites? Then I can't use it. You completely took that off the board.
No, I'm talking about like legit cartoon and like animated.
Oh my God, that's hard.
When we were kind of coming up, we were a little old for it, but Aladdin, Lion King, that whole thing.
I want to say it's got to be, as far as it's got to be between Aladdin and Lion King. I think maybe even Aladdin. I don't know. It's hard because those are just.
Did you see the live Lion King?
No, I didn't see the Lion King. You know what I saw? It wasn't the Lion King. I saw the live. Was it Little Mermaid? I think that they did.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the Lion King movie that was like
live. Yeah, the remake. Of course, I saw it.
Yeah, very good.
No, of course it was
very good. I mean, the Aladdin, I didn't see it. I didn't hear good things about it.
I saw it and I liked it.
Did you?
Yes.
With Will Smith?
Yes, it was good.
All blue and stuff.
I'm telling you now, watch it. It's actually very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was done. It was done well. And I was like, when I first saw him, like,
not because at first he didn't. So he ended up being blue or not?
Right.
I think
he is, but he does at some point. He's not. Remember when he gets legs and he's not a genie. He looks like Will Smith.
Because you remember like the little controversy when the magazine cover came out and he wasn't blue.
Yep.
And then they were like, "Why isn't he blue?" Then he came out being blue in the trailer, and they were like, let's go back to him not being blue."
As he comes through, he is. But it's a good movie, and I was skeptical, but it came out good.
Yeah.
I thought it's definitely something like that. Those are the ones I can watch over and over. So, but yeah, there's a bunch of movies like that. What do you call it? Christmas Vacation, is another one. I really like the Captain America series. So like the Winter Soldier is one of my favorites, and Civil War. I could watch those over and over. Even the very first, first Avenger, which was the Captain America. I could watch it. The Iron Man 1, I could watch it over and over and over.
But so what are the movies, like Christmas movies, that you're trying to show Aiden from like our time? Because Jacob likes Christmas Vacation.
Yes, love it. I did show him that because there's a lot of funny moments and kind of the slapstick humor type of thing. The Grinch, he really likes the Grinch, and I showed him the Jim Carrey one because I haven't been able to really find the original. He tends to like the originals from a lot of those early
Frosty
movies.
the Snowman and all those.
Like Frosty,
they put it every year.
Was singing Frosty the Snowman. I mean, dude, I was watching that when I was his age, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So obviously it still works.
Those I don't care how old we are. Yeah. If I see it's gonna come on, everybody come.
I gotta watch it.
I don't care. I know. I get it. You're 18. Sit down and watch it.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's why I said there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. My favorite time of year, and even now, with playoffs coming, my team is a legit contender, which is insane considering they were only 4-12 last year. So
yeah,
I got a lot to look forward to, through this time. But plus there's a lot of stuff I want to get done at the house, or that I want to get done that I can never do during this time of year because work or whatever, and you already know things get taken up like this.
Yeah.
But going to Zoo Lights, which we just recently went to, it was nice and cold when we went, which was outstanding. What was the other? We got the Christmas party coming up, and the Christmas pictures. You guys do that, or is that a?
Carry on, bro.
Okay. All right. So that's a sore subject on that.
Listen. If I would love to do it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I want to watch my words in 2019. I feel some things like should be like the wife, like and the guy just be like, yeah, okay, I'm down.
Well, of course. Listen, Sam asked me, and I give her credit.
Like Sam's very good with that kind of stuff.
She asked me if
Christy will tell you herself. She's not really. I got Christmas cards the other day, my buddies and stuff that every year, and I'm like, can we one day do Christmas cards?
I got to give you one because I have it with me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
thanks.
I know. I'm sorry, but I got to give it to you because you're one of the 4 people that I'm going to give it to that are here. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But and I don't gotta tell you, Christmas Eve that I know you guys have your own thing.
I know.
You're far,
it
but
sucks. I know because we're always
just
like,
I don't want to not invite you.
I know.
Every year the list gets, bro. We're almost 50 deep this year, bro.
Ooh, getting bigger. Well, remember you host everything here.
We host a lot of things, but from the holidays,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve is mine.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, tell me you don't look forward to that every year though.
I
That is
love
like,
it.
yeah, of course.
I love
her
it.
mom, her parents, my in-laws, they do it every year. They do
Yeah.
two things they do every year that I really look forward to: Christmas Eve party and Super Bowl. And it's like clockwork.
Nice.
And Super Bowl's gotten, at some points, it's gotten just out of control. The amount of people they can fit in the
Yeah.
house. But Christmas Eve is something I look forward to every year. I just love everything about it. So,
And it's for me because, growing up, my family was the 5 of us. Have uncles, aunts, and
Yeah.
all that stuff that we see once in a blue moon. But my parents, my brother, my sister, and I. So to see now all 40, whatever, almost 50 people that are coming to my house for Christmas Eve, it's an extension of that.
listen,
you
you're
know.
Clark. I mean,
It's an extension.
think
of
about it.
that,
You're Clark.
You know,
Clark
and
Griswold.
honestly, man,
You're Clark
I mean,
you are Clark Griswold now. So you're the one where everybody comes to your house, except you're not on the roof, freaking stapling everything.
Nope.
And listen,
Nope.
by the way, nice Santa out front.
that was Jacob set it up, man.
It came out good.
Yeah,
Good job, buddy.
Jacob
was good.
Jacob set it up. But
And by the way, it just reminded me. I got, it's funny. The day after we talked, I got video, and of our tree that I've been.
Oh,
I
dude.
kept forgetting. I have it. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
When we get a chance off camera, I'll show it to you. But yeah, that thing I spent half the day on that because it's 10 feet tall, and it clears the ceiling by not that much. So
that's perfect.
it is absolutely
That's
perfect.
perfect,
So you
man.
walk in and you look up at it. It's great, and we keep
And
the
it's
remote.
the artificial one with the lights and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's got the.
Now, how long did it take for you to be okay with artificial light trees? Because I gotta tell you, I'm still every year. I'm
I
like,
know.
should we go back to? I
I will
never had
say-
a fake tree growing
I
up.
will say,
But it's the convenience thing, man. I'm
That-
like,
and
who
that's-
wants to deal with the like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna throw it, you get it, okay? And around the tree, and then you put on the thing, you're like,
I know.
you messed up the 3 lines on top, man. You didn't space them out
When you're
enough.
trying- yeah, when
you
you're
know what I'm
trying to
saying?
do that,
Like,
you're like, and you light it up, and you're like, there's a gap. and
yeah,
you're
yeah. Who's had the side?
like- or when you get the
Over there,
when
you know
you,
what I'm
get
saying?
when you get the tree that's got the kink in the middle, so you have to tilt it to make it look
It's
straight.
not perfectly straight,
Yeah.
so it, yeah.
Yeah,
it-
you know
it-
what? Listen, when we started going to that was not just 2 things: convenience and price. When the real trees started getting to where it's like $100 for a regular tree, oh my! I'm like, well,
And you're like, did you water the tree? No, I thought you watered
Yeah.
the tree. The tree is brown right now.
and then you touch it, and then all the needles go.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we started doing.
So like I'm getting okay with that, but I do want a bigger one than what we have.
Right.
now.
So that's where we started going to that, and then the convenience, where literally the other one we had before, it would fucking drive me crazy. It was pre-lit, but it had each section had a plug, and you plugged one section to the next one.
Yeah.
The problem is it was like 2 plugs per section, and what would happen is every year, instead of me being smart and labeling it, I'm like this, and then this would turn on this one. I'm like, and I would go through it at least. It would take me a half an
you
hour.
were like Clark Griswold.
There you go. So now listen, but we upgraded to the new one. The new ones, it's built into the stem. You plug it, it just plugs in.
Nice.
It works. Now the good thing is about this one is, like I said, it comes with a remote, which is in the shape of a tree. How cute. And it's got a color dial, and then it's got a bunch of color settings, and it has I think it's over 250 colors, so you can put whatever color you want, and it can do one, it can twinkle, it can do combinations, and then when you go into it, I mean, the thing will up and down, the lights coming
That's
up and
awesome,
down.
dude.
Yeah, it does all kinds of crap. And then on top of that, we still have, which I used on the other tree before, we have a spinning stand. So the tree just slowly kind of rotates the entire time, which is badass.
All you need now is for it to play music, and you're set, bro.
There you go. So here, the only downside to that is, number one, getting a taller tree, which was 3 feet taller than we had before. You now have that extra real estate that you've got to decorate. And then if the tree spins, now you got to do all 360. You can't just do the 3/4
you can't
of the
play it
front, leave
off.
the back bare. No. So you got to literally, thank God we have just enough stuff to cover this entire thing.
Where did you get it?
It was online. I want to say, and I'm not kidding, I think it was QVC. Something.
Really?
I'm not kidding. And it was only on the recommendation by my mom, because they had gotten one similar. This is like the new the 2019 version. It's the same type of thing.
And
And
how
yes,
much was it?
they're expensive. These are like $3 bills, maybe
That's an
more.
investment,
but
dude.
it is. And remember, the last one we had it for 11 years. It still works fine.
Yeah.
It's just, this is an upgrade. But so think about it. After how many years, if you buy a real tree, and they're $100 and $120?
Oh, yep.
Think about
Exactly.
it. So after 3 years, you've already spent the money. So
yeah. Now for next year, since we already, we're pretty much done, I want to get a bigger one next year. And
so right now, speaking of the real trees, when we went to Zoo Lights, they had one section, which by the way, Aiden won a contest because they have a Star Wars contest.
Nice.
During that, yeah, he smoked everybody. But anyway, thanks, Dad. High five. So anyway, they had a row. I mean, it was really nice. I mean, it's set up real. I mean, they have way more light shit than they've had before, and they've got a bunch of displays and stuff. But there's one row down a section where it's just Christmas trees, probably about the size of yours, and they're real, and they're lit up all the way around the thing. But the greatest thing, my favorite part about them was smelling them as I was going, because I like the smell of real.
That's
Christmas
what I
trees.
miss.
Yeah.
Damn
That's
it,
the
those
only
Christmas
thing that I
trees
miss.
smell good.
That's it. I don't miss the watering, and I miss the pine needle. I don't give a crap about it. The sap, and you're like, and everything's sticking to you, and you're like,
yeah,
I hate that. So,
or Clark Griswold with the magazine.
a lot of sap in here.
Yeah.
You're like, looks great.
But it was funny. We were watching it the other day, and I go, Jacob is Russ. I go, we checked all the lights, didn't we, Russ? Yeah, Dad. And he goes, maybe we should check them out. Gee, look at the time. I got homework to do. I got, things to get done. But
yeah, all the scenes in that, I still love that movie. Yeah, I mean, there's so many great scenes in there. It's been Nipley out, and
Dude, now we're gonna be on vacation. We gotta see. If we get a workout in together, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been just doing mostly cardio. Not mostly, but I would say making sure I've been doing my cardio. I've actually been watching what I've been eating more than I normally would.
So you can just go ham.
And yeah, so what I do is I just kind of been, and my training has been very light, not heavy weights. Well, number one, I'm not trying to get injured, but I've just been kind of maintaining.
What's heavyweight?
Yeah. Well, like me on bench, I'm not going past 225. I just rep those and I'm done.
Yeah.
So, but
that's right.
I already know, and I've done this many years now, starting maybe next week when I'm going to the gym every day. I kind of start ramping up, and it's crazy because most people, they go crazy through the holidays, and then my New Year's resolution, they start. By the time we hit January 1st, I'm already like 2 weeks into serious training. So I'm already running once we hit the new year, and I just go from there. So we'll see.
Isn't it funny how you see every year the new year, like even like 5 a.m. crew, the new year comes around and it's like, and I feel bad because I wish they would stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. And of course, yes, you get to the gym, everybody sees it. You go there when the first week of January, and it's slammed. Everybody there with their New Year's resolution and all that bullshit. Because nobody realizes, once they realize this is, holy crap, this is actual work. I'm done. Or it's like, I've been doing good for a couple weeks, and then it's, it's raining today, I'm not gonna go. And I've been doing good, so I can kind of skip.
At the end of the day, and you gotta enjoy it, man.
Well, that's the thing.
What I tell people now. There's a lot of times, and I know that you feel it. Everybody does. The hesitation.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, man. And I tell people, when that alarm goes off at 4:10 in the morning, my first reaction is, "Fuck that." Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. It's fighting that feeling. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I tell people, I'm like, that's normal. You don't feel like I love working out, but the initial to get there.
Yeah, nobody feels.
And it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's that I'm tired. I went to bed late. I had, we worked late or whatever, and we had this, and we got baseball and my kid, but you go. That's why, like, I think I told you before, like with jiu-jitsu, where it's like, do I enjoy that? Because I feel like when I'm there, I'm having a good time and I enjoy it. But damn, every time I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, well, why don't I want to go? It's not because I don't want to go. It's because I'm going at night. And I worked out at 5 in the morning that day. Yeah. And then I worked all day. And then I came home and I was a dad. And then it's like, oh, now I got to get dressed and go there and get choked out. Like,
I know. Yeah, the hardest thing is when you don't, and I try to explain that to everybody. The hardest thing is when you don't feel like going. Those are the people that make the difference in their lives when they actually go and when you don't feel, because you're not always going to feel like it.
And that's where
the consistency comes in.
Exactly. That's what
because you're not going to always feel like it.
Listen to like anybody who tells you they're like, oh yeah, fucking go every day. They're full of shit.
Yeah.
They're not being honest with themselves.
Nobody's like that. Unless you're taking some shit.
That's not true. So when you talk to people that are in shape and been doing it for many, many years, like the both of us have, and they're telling you, no, dude, that's normal. It's just overcoming that.
That's the difference.
I saw a quote from, and I saved it on my damn phone. I took a screenshot of like a little poster thing of GSP. Okay, and he said something like, "You don't get better the days you feel like going.
That's right.
You get better the days that you don't feel like going.
Yep.
And you get past that part in your mind telling you, not to go today. And even if you don't have the best training that day, the fact that you went and you overcame that's what's gonna make you better.
Of course, because those are the days that...
Dude, it was like heaven sent. I'm like, you see, it's normal.
Yeah. Well, because, and as I try to explain to people, that's what separates you from the ones that I'm not going today. Because when you're home not working, someone is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just the way it is. So when, think about all the years... think that that I wasn't training and everybody, that I was constantly training and sticking to my regimen. And this is in my younger years, coming out of, the college years and stuff, when everybody was partying and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh. You see, because let me tell you something. You and me both, and I know you're not. I know you're not. Not that I'm huge on it, but I know you're not big on social media for the most part. But it's funny on my Facebook. People that you either went to school with, known your whole life, and it's crazy to see the transformation of what people look like now, which is normal, of what they look like now, way out of shape, super amounts of weight and all this other stuff. And I'm like, and they look rough because a lot of them either party their asses off or, life gets in the way. It's just the way it is, and it was never part of their lives. And I'm like, yeah, well.
But even without the social media, like
the reason why I mean that is you see it.
You see it more.
Yeah.
But we both were born and raised in South Florida.
Yeah.
We decided to raise our family in South Florida.
Yeah.
So we'll see people. I'm sure you.
Yes, of course.
We'll bump into. I saw somebody there at the Marlins game.
I didn't even recognize you.
Or when the season was going on, or you'll see somebody somewhere and you're like, holy crap. And I mean, we're coming up now in 2020. Will be my 20-year reunion. So go back 10 years ago at the 10-year reunion in 2010, I was like, holy crap, bro. Yeah. Like this dude was in such shape. He played football. He was this. And that was the 10-year reunion where we're like 28 years old. Now I'm going to be 38 in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? By the way, you need to come to that one.
Yes.
Okay. There's no other holiday on the 4th of January.
No,
I expect you here. And it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it that day.
We're good. Don't worry. We're good.
We're
good, bro. I'm not going to miss that. I'll make sure.
And it's 3 days before you may never see me again, brother. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Before you're going under the
knife. Man. But so annoying.
I know. It's okay, man.
I'm ready though, bro.
I know.
I'm ready because it's
well, when you tell me that one day you wake up, you're okay, then the next day you can't.
Like right now, I don't know. I go like that a lot. Like I'm at night, dude.
I know. And I still got to get the meniscus done.
We should have gone 2 for 1 day.
And I'm telling you, man. And even last night when we played, it's been months since I've really sprinted.
Yeah.
And I still can, but you don't feel as steady.
Just hit them ropes to the gap, bro. You just jog the second. You're good.
Well,
yesterday, right?
By the way, my second one. First one was through, between shortstop and third. And then the second one was a rope between, literally to the fence in the gap in left field. Yeah, it was.
I wish I can join you guys,
shit
man.
Out
but
of it.
It's so damn difficult to do already what I'm doing.
I know.
And like yesterday.
I can't make every game. This is we're 3-0, and that's my first game that I've played this in the 3 games. So I can't make every game. Listen, when we do the 9:30 games, I ain't coming. I'm sorry, but because I get home almost at midnight,
bro.
It sucks. So I'm like, nope, not doing that. So I'm like, listen, you guys will have me for pretty much the rest of them, unless something happens. But there's gonna be, a handful of those 9:30 games I'm just not gonna go to. Yeah. Now, vacations, I don't care. Like next week, I don't care what time the game is. I think it's like 8:15, but I'm gonna go because I don't give a crap. I don't have to work. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I'm home every day, so that doesn't matter to me. So it's a little different. So, and by the way, definitely what?
No, I definitely want to get a workout in together. Like,
for sure.
I can make it a bike ride over there because I'm on this 2 weeks off.
Yeah, but I'll come
up. I'm like,
okay.
I wanna do the most I can before I'm like shut down for a minute. You know what I mean?
I know.
And
I know. I understand. I
told you my idea, and God bless Christy, because I'll tell her things, and she's like, yo, that sounds good, you know, and God only thinks in her mind when this guy doesn't get it. Because I told you, like, I started doing the math, and I'm like, okay, 6 weeks I can't lift and I can't run. I go, well, I can't do shit about the lifting, right?
Right.
And I said, I think I'll tell you the plan. And I go, okay, but so 6 weeks not running. If I do my normal, if I was healthy, and I was able to do 4 runs a week, 3 miles usually, if I'm not training for the half marathon or whatever, I do the math. Okay, this many miles. Okay, so in 6 weeks I'm missing this amount of miles. I go, shit, how can I make up a lot of that? I know. The next 28 days I'll run 100 miles. Okay? And that would wipe out more than half of what I'll be missing. You know what I'm saying? Like ahead of time. I'm like a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get done. But I'm gonna go have my surgery for my back with my feet all jacked up. I don't know how these people, this David Goggins and all that, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Mad respect, but that they're running 100 miles in one day. Like, okay,
You're
you know,
like, dude.
let's not get into that.
Wait, speaking of which, congrats on your.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, that was.
I had to text you as
You
soon
gotta
as-
tell, yeah, but
I'm
you
like,
gotta listen. You gotta tell everybody what you just did, because it was impressive to me because of dealing with everything that you're dealing with, obviously, and the running and stuff in itself.
So it was the fourth half marathon that I did.
Yeah.
Second one in a row over in by Cocoa Beach. It's a Space Coast half marathon. And I'll tell you every year, what I'm most proud of during the training process is that I don't stop lifting. Meaning,
Right,
I don't say, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, because you have to. It's 3 regular runs a week, and then the long run, and then the long run builds up every week, and so I build up to like 15 miles, but I don't stop lifting. Of course, this time I got the herniated disc going on, so there's that, and it's been a bit of a pain in the ass.
And that's what I'm saying. You were struggling just to train, and you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and so I told Christy, you know, I don't want to say I was unmotivated because I was still doing my I would show you my training runs and all that stuff, but I didn't have the excitement. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a bit like a little down.
You don't feel good. Yeah.
I'm getting it done, but it's painful, and so I had told her, like, I'm not gonna worry about my time because every year I've gotten a better time than the year before. Like, I'm not gonna worry about my time. Like, last year I did 2:03:39. So I said, I'm gonna go with the pacing group that's 2:05. And as long as I don't get worse than that, I'll be fine. So I do that, but then I start noticing that we're kind of ahead of the pace. I can kind of time. I don't wear no watch. I usually, like, I'll take my own time. I didn't care enough to wear my own. But I would see, like, the main, you know, every couple of miles, like the main clock. And you know, and not everybody starts at the same time, obviously. So I knew I had gone to the starting line like a minute or so after. And I'm seeing what mile I'm on, and I'm seeing the big clock as we go, and I'm like, I feel like I'm ahead a little bit. Then, like I always do, kind of like the last quarter mile, I kind of just book it, and I go. When I crossed the finish line, it was like barely getting 2:04. So I'm like, damn, if I was a minute something before, like after, you know what I'm saying? And the main clock is saying 2:04. I'm like, did I just PR this shit?
There you go.
Bro, when I go to Christy and she had the app kind of tracking me.
Yeah.
2:02:30. I was so ecstatic, man. I was so, because awesome. I wasn't expecting it.
Of course. It's funny to think about it. You don't wear a watch because you're like, I don't care about that. Like, you went in without even a care about that.
I went in with just like, just don't get past, like, don't get longer than the 2:05. Right. And the pacer, the young lady who was the pacing leader for the 2:05, I was ahead of her, like, sometimes no more than you are right now. If I'm running this way, you're behind me. And I just kept telling myself, don't let her get in front of you. Don't let her get in front. And I can tell you, dude,
Is it because she's a woman?
How dare you say that? How dare you? It's 2019.
Don't let her
bro.
get. I'm just messing with you.
It's 2019. But even like last year, the pacer was phenomenal, and I put whatever I was listening to last year, and I had to stop it.
Yeah.
Because she didn't talk too much to be annoying, but like, oh, what do you do? Like while you're running. But before you know it, oh crap, we're in mile 7. Okay.
Right.
Like she was fantastic because again, she wasn't talking too much. She wasn't talking too little. This is last year. This year, I didn't pause it not once. I didn't introduce myself to the pacer. For all she knew, I was just some random weird dude just kind of running along her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe Rogan and David Goggins, because I heard that podcast the whole damn run. Okay.
There you go.
But I just told myself, don't let her get, in front of me. But no, man, I felt good because I didn't want to do too bad. Okay. But yeah, as soon as I got my phone, and I got the same reaction every time Chrissy's there at the finish line, and I'm like, I need a minute. I'm like, I gotta walk and I gotta do my thing. Yeah. It usually has like a Gatorade or a Pop-Tart for the carbs or whatever. But as soon as I was physically able, I texted you, I'm like, dude.
Yeah. And, I saw the picture. It was great.
Yeah, and I was really
awesome.
Pleased with that, man. I took a week off of running after that. I did my lifting, but then I came up with the idea to do the 100 miles before surgery, and then listen, at the end of the day, I tell people, like, I'm blessed, man. Because how many people have worse shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of work 3 months. Yeah, I got to go through this. Yeah, but you know what? It could be so much worse.
Well, remember, at the end, too, you're going to feel better.
Of course.
I mean, that's the whole point.
And everybody, and all the stuff that I've seen about the procedure, and for those who carry it, it's going to be a Mobi-C is what's called, an artificial disc.
Right.
Replacement. God bless YouTube, because I've seen a lot of videos and people that are super active. I saw a dude that does he's a triathlete.
Those guys, respect, man. Respect.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude. And he had it done and kind of his process, and he's fine. I saw a video of a guy that does jiu-jitsu, and he hurt it doing jiu-jitsu. Like, I didn't hurt it doing jiu-jitsu. It was already from last year, and it just got worse. But this dude actually hurt it in a tournament, and a little bit older than me. And he had said, 2 months later he was drilling. He couldn't like spar, like fully roll. Right. So 3 months, but 2 months later he was drilling, but the same thing where the neck, and then the it goes down to the arm.
Yeah, the pinch nerve and everything. Yeah, man.
It's just annoying, dude.
It sucks, dude.
And I'm over it, man. But everybody says, like, immediately, like, you'll feel sore and you need help getting up because they kind of fucked with your spine and and where the incision is here, and so that's sore. But as far as like immediately, that pain is gone, dude.
Which that's all you can hope for.
So but I do want to get a workout in together. I know that we don't get to work out as much as we together like we used to.
Yeah, the way our schedules are, it's just crazy.
But
usually it's only during breaks.
Yeah,
honestly.
But I enjoy when we're able to get together and do that, and I'm glad that you mentioned what you did, because a lot of people. I try to give my own examples and my own but they don't get it. They think all these people, like, they see The Rock and I don't, again, with the social media, I don't follow him to know enough or whatever, but like all these dudes you see on TV, I get it. But even The Rock is not like amped up 24/7 he appears that way. I get it.
Of course.
But even The Rock sometimes is like, fuck, I'm tired.
Of course.
But the point is overcoming that part.
For a while, let me tell you something, for a bunch of years, I did I had a thing where the last 2 weeks of every year, I would not go to the gym.
I remember.
Yeah, I would stop completely. Yeah, you don't feel the greatest when you go right back, but in the end, my joints were feeling okay, and it was one of those things. It was almost like a reset.
I don't necessarily do it during the holidays, because I usually take time off this time, so I like to take advantage of the fact that I can go to the gym every day without having to wake up at 4 a.m.
Of course.
And so that's not the time for me to take off, but. We'll take like a week or two off, at some point. I think that's good. It kind of.
It is, man. You have to.
For your body as we got older.
Yeah, your body needs a break.
Especially
when we're 365.
I was discussing that the other day. Where like as you get older, because some of the guys we know on the job, and I'll tell them, like, we had the basketball game at work last week.
Did you see what's his name?
Oliver.
Oh my God.
His ankle.
Did you see it?
I was there when it happened. Yeah, I saw it. He used to.
I know, because I had to cover for him.
Okay.
So
when he got back, yeah.
And then he still went home.
But I told him, dude, you're not 25 anymore.
Yeah, you can't just show up without.
Make me play a pickup basketball game if I don't have my ankle guards with me. I bet you can't.
There you go.
I won't do it.
Yeah. Well, he popped him pretty good.
I won't do it.
It was like a softball.
I won't even play baseball without my ankle guards. As a matter of fact, when I got my ankle guards for that game, for the basketball game, I had to go into my car where my baseball stuff is and get them from my cleats. I will not play because the sharp turning and all that stuff.
I get it.
And no, bro.
Yeah,
Heck
man.
no.
Speaking of which, actually, I wanted to ask you because it just reminded me. Obviously, we're talking about running, and we're talking about popping ankles and sports. All right, are the contracts getting a little crazy? Are they getting? In the background.
Oh my God!
You're funny, Jacob.
Yeah.
Are the contracts getting a little out of hand in baseball?
I thought they were going to stop getting out of hand.
After the original
They're going
Stanton.
to stop getting, yeah.
And it's just now continued to go up.
Well, but
here's the thing, and I only say this, listen, because obviously baseball's different than football. In baseball, if you're a good player, you just get paid.
Right.
But somebody that plays every 5 days,
name the deal like that has worked. That's my thing.
and it hasn't yet. The only one I know.
I thought they were getting a little bit smarter with that, but again, when the Yankees have money to wipe their ass with, they don't care, bro.
They don't. I know.
Because you're telling me, if you ask them now, 2 years later,
Yeah.
do you regret that trade with the Marlins? The Marlins were like, thank you for taking that contract.
Yep.
Do you regret getting Stanton now? They'll probably tell you yeah.
I mean, for the most part,
They'll probably tell you yeah, because he can't stay healthy, and I'm a big fan of the guy.
Look at the Sox dealing with Price.
Okay, exactly.
He had one.
Has that worked
short-
out?
No.
Did Sabathia at the end of the day, did that work out?
Yeah. None of these are working out. Even
A guy who's
the only
29
player I think that even deserves that kind of money, Trout. He
Okay, but
can't
how
stay
old was
healthy.
Trout?
Right. No, I get it. And
How was Trout when he was 26? Okay, I get it more for a position player. He plays every day. He's the guy who's in really good shape. He's the best player of this generation.
Yes.
That's a little bit exception to the rule. And he's had little nagging things here, but he hasn't had seasons where he's missed.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, for God's sakes, he just won his third MVP.
Yeah.
And he's been second or third place every other year after that. Like, give me a break. He, for the most part, yeah, a little thumb here, there, whatever. But he's not a guy that every year is playing 100 games, 110 games.
But he is absolutely an exception.
Remotely,
It's just-
yeah.
But yeah, you know,
and he was younger. You're not giving him that deal at 30 years old, expecting him to play it till he's 43.
Well, that's the thing. These 10-year contracts, nobody plays.
Like the Angels just got a little bit of help for Trout, and they got Rendon, right? Anthony Rendon from the Nationals.
Yeah.
A 7-year deal. I can live with that. He's 29 until he's 36, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But like if they would have given him a 10-year deal, like no, bro. Like these people are not. They're not gonna be unless Adrian Beltre, and look how Miguel Cabrera is kind of falling apart.
Yeah, the problem is there's no way to know is somebody going to have a long productive career.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. Yeah, you think, but here's the thing, 324, I mean, at what point are we going to see the $500 million contract?
Yeah.
For 15 years, signed right out the gate. I mean,
I would like to an extent to see, there's a guy at work I talk to about a lot that he's old school. I mean, he grew up in like the 50s in Brooklyn Dodger fan. And I'm like, I'd like to go back to the days where like Lou Gehrig wins MVP and he has to convince the owners to give him a raise. Okay? Where they had like every year you had to fight for your, your contract. But yeah, man, it's I don't think I just think that the Yankees were like, all right, we'll regret it 5 years from now, but for right now, when we're winning right now,
yeah.
Who cares,
and I think,
bro?
they got to be the favorite now.
Yeah.
You got to be.
Yeah. So
that's been the only thing,
we'll see. But
yeah. I mean,
the Rendon deal was a good one. Like I said, I know that they have. Who else is it? You heard that the Rockies want to trade, or they're open to trading Arenado. And again, I said the Rendon deal is a good one, years wise. I don't think that they're making it seem a very good player. Okay, I'll forgive for a second the part when he said baseball's boring. That comment ruined it for me. I was like,
wow,
fuck that guy.
Listen, I had heard a rumor that the Sox were shopping Mookie, which is crazy, but
the point about Rendon, he's not Arenado. He's not even Machado.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a very good player. Look at his numbers. I mean, this year he had a career year at age 29. I get it. But it's not like, are the Phillies? I mean, it's 1 year in. They're not regretting the Harper thing yet.
Right.
But I didn't think that was a good deal either. Again, Mike Trout he's the guy. He's a once in a generation guy.
Yep.
Every year he's top 3 in MVP without failing. There's no 300, then 230, then 280, then 220. Look at Harper.
Exactly.
Harper's not consistent, bro.
No. And I know that's why you're not a big fan of his.
I like the way he plays.
Oh, yeah.
I think sometimes the way he plays, it's dangerous in the sense of like, and I think he's gotten a little bit smarter as he's gotten older. For a while he was because like if you're getting spanked 7-0 on a game that doesn't really matter, like you know what I'm saying, and you're crashing into walls, and now you're out for 3 months, like not the smartest thing to do. But you know, but that's Harper. I mean, it's not that I'm not a fan of him. I just think he's overrated, to be honest. I think he's a very good player.
He's overrated because he's not consistent.
But he's not
talent-wise, he's outstanding.
He's not consistent.
It's just right. Exactly.
I mean, he was a freaking phenom when he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, listen, there's some guys that just aren't built for longevity and or they are reckless with their bodies. And they're not going to last that way.
I mean, reckless, or he's, like I said, I think he hustles too much to a fault maybe. Like, and again, I think he's gotten better the last couple of years. Yeah. But you know,
he probably got tired of missing huge chunks of time.
Yeah,
I mean that's because
I think Trout hustles, and he dives for stuff and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, dude. Baseball's so it's weird like that because you have like in football, and I'm not a huge football guy, but like if you're a running back, like you're doing everything you can, at least from what I see, you're doing everything you can to the best of your ability. You're a quarterback, you're doing everything you can to the best of your ability. Like, there's no part of, like, being a quarterback, well, maybe, like, where you have a guy who has the ability to, like, run more, and he doesn't because he's not supposed to really do that.
Right.
But, like, in baseball, where, like Trout can steal 40, 50 bases every year. And if you see, it's like A-Rod, when A-Rod played, like, he did the 40-40. And then we don't need you getting hurt, jamming up your thumb, stealing second.
Right.
We don't need the stolen bases right now.
Yeah.
Where I'm like kind of old school in that regard. Like, what do you mean? Like,
come
you
on.
know how many more runs you can generate doing that?
That's the difference of having a 100-win season and maybe a 75-win season.
You know, as I'm talking, I'm catching myself. I forgot to take out my stupid Invisalign. Shout out to Invisalign. I feel myself talking different.
It's okay.
I got like 4 more months with it. I'm talking shit. They've done a really good job.
You got 4 more months?
At the end, like March, I'm done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Wait, how long? It's what, a year?
Not even. I got him in May.
Shit, I was gonna say it didn't seem like it was just.
It was like a 10-month thing, or it'll be a 10-month thing.
Okay, man, hey.
But I can already see the difference. It's just sometimes I catch myself like not kind of lisping, but like a little lisp, But no, I've been happy with it, man. But usually for this, I usually take it off so I don't self-conscious about shit. Man.
I get it.
But dude, I wanted to go back to the working out real quick.
Okay.
Because like for the past 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to get into a little bit before we wrap it up. How I know that you've been working out for many years, as have I. Well, how did it start for you?
In general?
How did it working out?
Okay, so we're gonna take this back to about 7 years old, and I'm not exaggerating. I wanted to start lifting at 7.
Why?
The TV show The Hulk, The Incredible Hulk, with Lou Ferrigno.
Yes, sir.
The one of the legends, and Popeye. I thought if I ate spinach, and that's why I started eating spinach, I was gonna get huge forearms. It worked like that. And Mighty Mouse, legend. So that was kind of what started it for me. I never wanted to be average, and I wanted to work out. Now, of course, my parents were like, okay, they're not really going to be working out at 7, but we'll get you these, the little 2-pound dumbbells or whatever the hell those things are, 1.5, whatever it is. And they gave me those. So I had those little silver things in my closet forever. I used to just do biceps. Didn't know what else to do. Right. But at 7, what the hell do you expect?
Yeah.
So as it goes, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When I hit 14, I was like 8th grade or something, 9th grade, I don't know. There was a group of friends of mine, it was like 4 of us. I remember my friend Justin, his older brother, one was an FIU baseball player, and one was an alternate Olympic powerlifter.
Nice.
Yes. So
shout out to Justin.
Yeah. And also, I know, right? And we used to go to a hole-in-the-wall gym, and I was fortunately around these guys, so I was trained correctly at the age of 14.
Nice.
How to lift. Obviously, it was old school.
Did your old man lift or no?
No. Nobody else, nobody in my family did.
Really?
Nobody. I'm the only one. I don't know where it came from. It was just one of those things that I've been driven to do, my whole life. And the crazy thing, I used to work out with a guy. Well, he used to be in the gym all the time. He's pretty famous locally. Dodd Romero. Him and his brothers. But him especially, guy was a monster. You can look him up.
Dodd Romero?
Yeah, he ended up. He was in the Everglades fixing a boat. Gator attacked him on the farm and he won. It was crazy. He was a mountain dude.
He's like a street legend.
Freak of nature, yeah. So anyway, I learned a lot from him because he was there a lot, and like I said, Justin's brothers. So I was taught correctly. So I was fortunate in that I wasn't doing things wrong to start.
Right.
So at that point, I was training like crazy. At that point, it was literally 5 days a week, going to the gym. It was like a kind of social thing.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, how much can you bench? All that other stuff. That's how it started, and it just kind of snowballed from
And
there.
it was geared towards bodybuilding or like powerlifting kind of stuff.
No, bodybuilding. Was not interested in powerlifting.
Right.
Bodybuilding was it. That was Arnold, Lou. These are the guys that were, obviously at the time with the slim waist and the,
What's this guy?
And I was a hard gainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a small frame, small frame, small bone structures.
Frank Zane.
Frank Zane. Yeah, man.
Did I tell you about the time I emailed Frank Zane?
Yes, and he responded.
Talk about it's not from my time.
Right, but still.
But I showed my old man because
He knows, yes.
Well, I knew because of my dad. See, it was because of my dad.
I was gonna say, since you asked me the question.
Yeah, no, my old man. My old man. I was little, and when you're little, you're just kind of you're doing little kid stuff. But my dad would work out in the house, so he would I remember being a kid and he'd get like the sofa and like get out of the way and this get out of the way, and he'd have like a big like kind of like rug kind of thing, and he'd bring out the weights and he would work out there. And he big guy, and the man said do something, he didn't ask you twice. You know what I'm saying? and nothing, I don't know what, around the same time, 13, 14, dude, I have my notebooks from when I was 13, 14 years old.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, back then
I've shown the kids. I got a binder, dude, from 96. I still have it. Okay. And I because of my dad, I got into working out. My dad had a collection of Arnold, of Columbo, of Zane, of all these guys. And so I remember looking at that when I was a kid. And I didn't, I played baseball, so I had no intention of being huge like them.
Of course.
But I wanted to be I always wanted to be like lean, you know what I'm saying? And I played second base, so I couldn't like Arnold and play second base.
No.
I couldn't.
But it also it improves your performance.
Oh yeah.
It enhances everything.
Yeah. So, and then because of my dad, also before my time, I became a big Bruce Lee fan.
Okay.
So this binder that I still have of 96, you see my workouts and what I was doing. I also have like articles from like Black Belt magazine or whatever of Bruce Lee's workouts.
Yeah, that's back when you actually had to read magazines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Muscle Mag International.
But of Bruce Lee's, like, I honestly wasn't interested. I think we all play with the nunchucks at some point, but I didn't really I wasn't like, oh, Bobby, put me in karate or anything. That wasn't my thing. I was more interested in Bruce Lee, the physique, and the weight training things that he would do and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, man. So when I was 14, I think it was for Christmas, my dad got me like the bench set that that had the bench, and then you could do the you do your lat pull downs and your preacher curls and all that kind of stuff.
You didn't have a Bowflex?
Nope. It was a Weider, Joe Weider.
Okay. I used to see that Bowflex, be like, man, I want this.
No,
I'm gonna look like that guy.
It was a Joe Weider, the guy that makes you see, I have 15 minutes, and then I look like this, like relax, Chuck Norris. No, it was a Joe Weider little, like a starter bench.
Okay.
But I was so damn happy with that thing, and then he had a lot of his old stuff, so easy crowbar and the plates and all rusted and stuff like that. But it was that's how I got done, man. And I remember no plates, no weight. I remember my dad telling me you're gonna learn the form You're gonna learn to do things the right way before you add the weight. The weight will come.
Yes.
But the technique gotta be on point.
That's good.
I remember telling him that, and I remember him telling me, like, if your mind is not on the weights when you're here, don't train. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yep.
I remember that too.
Yeah, the mind and muscle connection. I know Arnold talked about it a lot. It was true.
I remember that.
It's absolutely true.
And no, man. And then I just, I would do it. I remember it had the set in the back patio at, you know, in my house.
Everybody had that set on the back patio.
Yeah.
And it was the what was it? The cement filled plastic. Remember those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But there were days where I mean, you know, if my dad was working or, you know, tired or whatever, Mom, just come spot me. Just make sure I don't die.
Yeah, of course.
You know, or I get my little brother or whatever just to stand there and you know. But that was the thing. And then the first like gym, and then I remember, like I told the kids, I remember being a freshman in PE, and we used to have to wear the white shirts, and our school colors were like the burgundy.
Yeah.
Burgundy shorts, and like wearing like your regular Hanes Fruit of the Loom white t-shirts. And I remember telling my buddy, I'm gonna fill out my shirt, bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that was a big thing.
I'm gonna fill. It was a big thing that I want to fill out my sleeve. And it was consistent with it, man. I mean, you know. And then I remember joining when I was like 19 or whatever. I joined a gym in Pines, and I remember doing that on purpose, where I didn't want to go to a gym nearby. Number one, because I was dying to get out of the area I was in, but also I didn't want something close that was really convenient. I wanted something where, like, once I got on the highway, I'm not turning back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then as you got a little bit stronger, stupid things that you remember that motivate you. I remember at that gym, they have since relocated, and I mean, I've been in LA Fitness for both of us for years and years and years, but it was like a Club Fit over in Pines. And I remember one day, because I was smaller. I mean, not that I'm not big now, but I'm doing curls now. Like my dad, arms were always like the thing. And I remember this big dude coming over and asking me, hey, because I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't go with friends. I was, you know, by myself. And I said, and he tells me, what do you do for arms? No homo, you know. But I remember, like, that was such a big, like, I went home. I'm like, this big fucking strong guy asked me what I do for arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was such a confidence booster that I was hooked, man.
Of course.
I was hooked. And
well, that's the thing. What happens, I think, in the beginning, obviously it's a lot of work. You get sore, you like it, and then it's you know, it is a grind. But once you see even a little bit of results, that's the hook, and then it goes from there. And all it takes is not you just noticing, but a comment from somebody, family member, somebody that hasn't seen you in a little while.
And I don't care, and you know, that's all. I don't care. Again, no homo, none of that shit. But we've done it to each other. People at the gym, when every year when it's half marathon training time, because it's the same group I've known for years that go early as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Danny, bro, you're leaning out, bro. It must be that time of year.
There you go.
I shit you not. When I did the half marathon, we have like a group text from the gym.
Yeah.
And I shared it with them, and it wasn't like a showing off kind of thing. But I said, thank you, because each and every one of you in this group, in some way or another, helped me out.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, you had a couple guys like, bullshit, Danny, that's all you, bro. I go, no, bro. Even a little word here, a little word there. Yeah. You know, even you come into the treadmill and you know I'm doing 15 miles and you're like, dude, you're fucking crazy. That motivated me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you all.
That's why I mess with you every time you're.
Yeah, I know, but from different. It's not just like, you know, your wife telling you, "Damn, you look good." You know, it's a lot of times.
Which, by the way, that she never does.
Yeah, well, the same with Chris. I see you every day. I see you every day.
Yeah.
I see you every day, babe. I can't tell. I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But even a dude to a dude, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, it makes you feel like the energy and the time and the commitment and the days going, you don't feel like going, it's working.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know.
Because the thing is, you see yourself every day, so you're not going to see that as much, the change as much as somebody else is that doesn't see you every day, so they see the gaps. So, yeah, you're going to get that. and that's part of the motivation.
Yeah.
You know, but I've always said you got to have. There has to be another driving force.
You got to be self-motivated.
There has to be some, and the self-motivation can come from a lot of things. You know, as you're young in your teen years, it's I'm going to get girls. That wears out,
which
like
is fine.
Which is fine. But it wears out like a fucking month
you.
because you realize, fuck, I'm not getting the results that quick.
So not to interrupt you, part of the part that I missed because it wasn't with weights but exercising. At 11 years old, and I remember that like it's no one's business. I was 11 years old. I hit a bit of a chunky year,
which I can't even picture.
Okay, yeah. Dude. Okay, we cool. I don't give a fuck. I don't got no shame. I'll bring out the pictures. I had fucking little man titties, bro. Okay, I had.
I just can't picture that.
Dude. Chris says I'm the ugly duckling. Okay, because I was a little chubby, 11 years old, with freaking glasses. I looked like the kid from Jerry Maguire. Okay, except like 50 pounds heavier. Okay, but all kidding aside, so I'm 11. I got this like self-conscious thing going on. I used to get like these rashes, bro, and I used to have like sunspots or whatever. And thank God for early 90s hip hop fashion, because I wore everything big, but I was very self-conscious about like covering my arms, right? Because I had these sunspots or whatever. Sure. But so at 11 years old, and we were back then, you know, going to church a lot, and I didn't care for going to church on Sundays. I'm a kid. I cared about going Fridays because it was like youth group stuff, and I'd kick it with my friends or whatever. Yeah. But I liked the girl. 11 years old, and I remember thinking to myself, like, she's not gonna like some chubby kid like me. And it's crazy because the thing is, I don't see kids nowadays like thinking like that or whatever. Dude, I swear to my mother, I started doing push-ups and sit-ups every day in my room because I was self-conscious about it. 11 years old, bro. Like, kids aren't taught, you know.
Yeah, you don't think so.
My motivation was, this girl that I think is hot as shit ain't gonna like me, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So whatever gets you started, bro, just fucking get it done, man. Get it done. People make the mistake of like, oh, but they always say, oh, should I get a trainer? Because, you know, you have friends that ask you and coworkers and shit, should I get a trainer? Because my problem is motivating. I go, then you will be fucked. Because at some point, you're gonna get tired of paying for a trainer. And who's gonna motivate you? You gotta motivate yourself.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is, it's not that difficult. Because for me, right, is the day of tomorrow, I say, you know what, Joey? Fuck that whole like being as lean as I can. I want to get my arms like you. Okay, close, because that ain't gonna happen. But
you keep saying that, and I don't understand.
But let's just say I want to add an inch to my arm. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I want to add an inch to my arm. Damn it, Joey. If I say that and I say, okay, I'm gonna fucking hit this, and I come up with a plan, and who's gonna control that?
Exactly.
Me.
Well, that's the good
I don't have to worry about, it's not a job interview where I have to like get picked.
Right.
It's not winning the lottery. It's not.
It's all you, man.
There's no other variable. It's if I get the work done and I'm determined,
yeah, and
I work hard, I will get the inch of my arms.
They say don't let any, outwork everybody in the room.
But for the point being that the individual thing of it, we play team sports since we were little.
Yeah. You
have to depend on other people.
You do.
The gym thing for me is like, I don't care if I'm by myself, nobody motivates me, I want my chest bigger. I'm gonna do this, look at my chest now. Or even forget the weights, obviously, but I didn't start running and again, I don't never consider myself a runner, but okay, I wanna do this half marathon. Today I'll run a mile. But you know what, next week I'll do 2. And then I'll build up. And then I get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like it's self-rewarding, self-gratifying shit that you'll see the results by yourself if you yourself want to get the shit done.
Right. Well, yeah, it's and the thing is,
so we start worrying about a freaking trainer to motivate you. You're starting on the wrong foot because now you're already depending on somebody else, something that's going to be by your fucking self.
Right. I know that's a big part of it, and also you have to want to. Like me, I have no desire to do distance running.
Yeah.
I just don't. Never have. It's just the way it is.
Oh no, I'm talking about things that you want to do. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm saying. Don't push yourself to do something that you don't really want to do.
I bet you can't, win a CrossFit tournament. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Right. And that's my point. What I mean is, don't push yourself to do something you really don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's not really gonna cut it.
But I'm talking about the people that they want to get into shape, they want to work out, but then it's like such a drag for them. And I get it in the beginning. I get it. You walk in, like I said, we talked about New Year's. Those people walk in and take a look at them.
Right,
and for me, you the first step was so huge. You walked in. I know how that feels.
Yeah, and the worst, and also what doubles as a negative to you, is now you're seeing people that have been going to the gym for years. So they're at that point they're at the place, the goal that you want to get to, and it can either motivate you or demotivate you. I've seen it do both.
Yeah.
So
and I've talked about it before. It's like with the jiu-jitsu. I'm white belt as fuck, bro. you know what I'm saying? Like. 2-stripe white belt, okay? I hope to get my 3rd stripe before the surgery. I'm trying to push hard. I'm really trying to, for whatever reason, But anyway, that's a whole other story.
Squeeze that stripe in before you can
go. The first day, you know how intimidating it was?
Yeah.
And I'm a grown man, head of a household, a police officer. Like, I'm not supposed to be afraid of bullshit. There was that anxiety because it's
out of your comfort zone.
I'm new to something. It's out of my comfort zone. Yeah. You're seeing people that have been doing it for 10, 15 years. You get choked out by a 15-year-old your first day, and you're like, fuck.
Like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even still, I've gotten more comfortable, but it's very intimidating because, it's like you said about the gym, I'm seeing people already at a place that I'd like to get to 10, 15 years from now,
right.
And they're already there.
And they put the work in already. Yeah, they've done all that.
So.
And yes, because.
But you got to keep showing up.
The competitive nature in us is you want to do it quick. You want to get there, and I get that.
So, no, well, I mean, in that regard, I think so far I've been pretty good because I try not to compare myself to anybody else. So if I know, again, I'm a 2-stripe white belt, and you're a 2-stripe white belt, and then you get your 3rd stripe tomorrow, and I get it 3 months from now, I'm not gonna be like, fuck, what did I do wrong that I didn't get? No, you've probably gone a little bit more than I have. Right. You probably don't have kids. You're not a baseball
Everybody's
dad.
in a different situation.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I don't compare myself that way. I'm not competitive like that.
Right. No, I get it.
But I definitely, and that's why I tell people the gym thing, and I'm comfortable there. I am not comfortable on the mats. I enjoy it. I try to get a little bit every day, but I feel that anxiety that you feel going to chest day.
Different for everybody else. Yeah, exactly. So, and most people feel that when they go to the gym. The ones that are new, intimidated, don't know how to use the machines or don't know what to do, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's the same type of thing. If I were to go to jiu-jitsu, same type of thing.
Yeah.
Aside from the very minimal training that I've gotten with that, I would be exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
Very intimidated, probably stressed out to hell, and the anxiety.
But and that's why I tell people about going back to the trainers. I said, if you want a trainer to physically, because some people are they got a visual burner, right? Even though, again, and I don't want to put any trainers down and all that good, but it's 2019, bro. I had a kid there, they asked me, oh, what do you think I should do? Give me your phone.
I know.
Literally Google.
I told someone that today. I'm like, God, man.
And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't want to help you out. But
but there's just a lot.
You know how much stuff you have and the access to.
I didn't have that when I started.
Exactly. We had to look at books and magazines stuff like that.
Now a month-old articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You can literally Google, full body workouts for beginners, or best way to burn fat doing this, or what. You know what I'm saying? And I just. That whole lazy attitude of wanting answers before you've tried to figure it out, it just annoys the hell out of me.
I get it.
But so when people say, well, I want a trainer to show me certain things, I'm better with that. That you want just somebody to kind of help you with the movements, with the techniques, because you're a visual person and you're not going to get the same thing off of the internet or whatever. But most people, what do they tell you? They want the trainer for what? For the motivation.
Exactly.
Because now you have a schedule, you have to go there. When you get tired of paying that 12 trainer package plan.
Yeah, I'm not going today. Yeah, no, I get it.
You're gonna start with your excuses.
No, I get it.
So, but yeah, man.
By the way,
we can talk about working out all damn day.
I know. I was gonna say I don't even know how long we are, bro. We gotta be
well in there, but it's been overdue. Well, for the 3 people that listen, I told you, and it's unfortunate, but. Once I have the surgery and I'm off work for 3 months, we won't have the scheduling conflicts as much.
There you go. We'll get back.
I do want to, because I do, and I mean, you don't even have to be there for this one, but if you want to do it with me, because I want to do at some point kind of what I've seen that's helped me out. I kind of want to make a before surgery video, kind of you won't be there for all of it, but I want to do the day of,
sure.
kind of the day after, kind of because let me tell you, man, all these people that I don't even know by name to thank you. But if you put a video of your artificial disc replacement surgery, you've helped me out because I've damn near seen all of them, and it's been it really, you know, I've even seen the damn procedure. I've seen it animated. I've seen it live. I've like the real thing. But the people that have put videos to talk about it, it's helped because you know you have that kind of like anxiety in your life.
It's another resource that was not there.
And then not to be an ass about it, but like when you see somebody the total opposite of you, meaning somebody in their 40s, but they're not active, they don't work.
Right,
they
so
just
it's
had the
completely
injury for what, like, yeah, that'll be cool to listen to, whatever. But when I found that triathlete dude, you know, the guy, and I found this other guy who lifts, and then I found the jiu-jitsu guy, I'm like, yes, man, I want to hear from very active people like me. Like, how did you feel? Like, not only the physical part of it, the mental part of it.
Right.
You know, so shout out to those guys, man, because they helped out a lot, and I want to kind of do the same thing with that.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, man.
Do something like that.
So, but we'll try to get together, I guess, next week.
Yeah.
Try to get back in the swing of things.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother.